Hello, I'm HAANI from the USA. Today, the story I'm going to tell you was sent to me by one of my subscribers from Texas. The story I'm about to share is not just a horror experience, it's also a lesson. Somewhere we were at fault too, and whatever happened just happened. This incident goes back to 2016. My name is Arman, and I come from a small town in Texas. My elder brother, Farhan, used to work in Saudi Arabia. Our family arranged his marriage with a woman named Aisha. After the wedding, they stayed together for a few months, and then my brother returned to his job overseas. He would visit once or twice a year, spend some time at home, and then leave again. This became his routine. Time passed, and nearly 2 years went by, but they didn't have any children. Now, let me say something clearly. Children are a blessing from God. No human has control over it. But my mother started putting pressure on my sister-in-law. 2 years have passed. Why don't you have a child yet? At first, Aisha was cheerful, kind, always smiling. But slowly, she changed. She became quiet, distant, withdrawn. I would often see her sitting alone on the rooftop for hours or locked inside her room. She stopped spending time with the family and limited herself to house chores and isolation. And honestly, my mother was at fault too. Even when she was in a good mood, somehow the topic of having a child would come up, and it would hurt Aisha deeply. I noticed everything, but I stayed silent.
Our house was structured in a way that Aisha's room was on one end and mine and my mother's rooms were on the other. I had a habit of staying up late at night, playing games or watching movies. One night, I woke up to go to the bathroom, which was in the courtyard. As I stepped outside, I noticed something strange. Aisha's room light was on, very late at night. It felt odd because she used to sleep early. I ignored it. But the next night, it happened again, and then again and again. It became a pattern. Every night, her room light stayed on. At first, I thought maybe she just sleeps with the light on, but something didn't feel right. Then one night, something strange happened. I was lying in my room using my phone when suddenly I felt like someone passed by my door, a quick shadow moving from one side to the other. I froze. I looked toward the door, but no one was there. A few seconds later, I saw Aisha walking back into her room. I tried to convince myself it was just her, but something felt off. Days passed, and her late-night activities increased. Sometimes I saw her going to the kitchen, sometimes to the bathroom. She stayed awake almost the entire night. Yet in the morning, she looked completely normal. That didn't make any sense. One night, things got worse. I was lying on my bed when suddenly I felt like someone was watching me from the door. That feeling when you know someone is staring at you even if you can't see them. I quickly turned towards the door, and I swear I saw a head move back. My heart started pounding. I didn't have the courage to get up. I turned off my phone light and just stayed still. After a few moments, I felt like someone walked away toward Aisha's room. When I looked carefully, it was her again. Now I was sure something wasn't normal. The next night, I made a plan. I pretended to be asleep. Around 2 or 3 a.m., I heard her door open. I immediately turned off my phone and lay completely still. Through slightly open eyes, I saw her. She was standing at my door, watching me. She stayed there for a few seconds, then went back. But as soon as she entered her room, I heard something, a strange whispering sound, like she was chanting in a language I didn't understand. I slowly got up and walked toward her room. Then, suddenly, a horrible smell hit me, like something burning, like rotten flesh. Inside, she was continuously reading something in a strange tone. At that moment, I realized something was seriously wrong.
Days passed,
and things became terrifying. I started hearing footsteps on the roof at night, like someone was walking above us. But whenever I checked, there was no one there. Then one night, I saw something I will never forget. My mother, who had difficulty walking at night, was going toward the bathroom, but it looked like someone was supporting her, like she had her hand on someone's shoulder, but no one was there. I ran toward her, and she collapsed. When she regained consciousness, she said something horrifying. "I thought you were helping me, but I was in my room." That's when I realized we were not alone in that house. A few days later, someone from our neighborhood told me, "I saw your sister-in-law going toward the old cemetery at 2:30 a.m. That night, I decided to follow her. She quietly left the house wrapped in a shawl and walked toward the abandoned cemetery outside town. I followed her, hiding in the shadows. She entered the cemetery, went into an old, broken room, and after some time, she came out wearing a white burial shroud. My entire body froze. She sat near a grave, lit candles, and started performing some kind of ritual, looking at the sky, then the ground, over and over again. Then she dug the ground and buried something. And then she turned toward a dark corner and started talking like someone was there. I looked carefully, and I saw a dark shadow moving. I stayed hidden, completely frozen in fear. When she walked past me, she suddenly stopped. She turned her face toward me and said, "Whatever you saw, don't tell anyone, or it will be very bad for you." She couldn't see me, but she knew I was there. After that night, everything changed. She started laughing at night in a terrifying way. Standing in front of mirrors for hours, her behavior became completely unstable. Then one night, I saw something crawling out from under my bed, a black shadow. It slowly moved and entered her room. That was it. I couldn't take it anymore. I went to a religious expert and told him everything. He came to our house and we checked her room. Inside, there were strange symbols, candles, powders, and dolls. He confirmed she was involved in black magic, trying to have a child. We destroyed everything and performed cleansing rituals. At that exact moment, she returned home screaming, "My child! My child!" She had completely lost her mind. Later, my brother came back, and we took her to doctors. It took years, but she slowly recovered. Today, she is normal again, living a peaceful life, but she still has no child. And my mother, she regrets everything. If you're enjoying this story, don't forget to like this video. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, because more real horror stories are coming soon. This story is a lesson. Never pressure someone for something that is not in human control, because sometimes that pressure can push someone into darkness.